I was gonna go to the park to tell this next ghost story, but there are too many men in the park. And by too many men, I mean there's 3 single men walking around in the park, and that's too many. So I shan't go into the park. Just for my own perseverance, because I don't want to be talked to. And if there are women, I'm less likely to be talked to, depends. But I don't even put myself in a situation where people will talk to me. So that's just the introvert in me. So I'm gonna, that was just carrying beer. So I just stay in my car, and we're gonna have this ghost story instead. I have some classical station on, the windows down, so you may hear the ravens. And I have the AC on a little bit because it's hot. It's 80 degrees outside. I can only imagine in the car. Anyways, ghost story. We're going to talk about the old man ghost, and I don't know if this is the doctor that the docent said his grandmother told him about, or if this is the middle-aged couple my sister mentioned. I don't think so, because this was an old man. This was a man. He had white hair, and he felt like late 60s, early 70s. Pale skin. So I can't say what ethnicity he was. I didn't really have a conversation with him. So these could have been the grandparents of the child that died, but if so, it would have been like an adopted grandparent or something of that matter. But anyways, I know my sister had an instance where he whispered in her ear, and she like freaked out because she was on the couch. So it all took place in the living room, and in the living room there was it was a huge living room. So it had on one wall, so it was like a double door basically amount of space, and it was just a step down. And then on this wall there was enough room for a 2-seater, a love seat sofa, and it had like a window door is the best way I can explain it, because some of those you could open. So it was a long, narrow window, and then it had another window, a smaller window, and then the fireplace, and then I think there was one more window on the other side of the fireplace. But that corner fit this huge, almost like entertainment sized TV. It was this huge projector TV that they couldn't move out of there, so we just bought it with the apartment. And it was huge. It was like from the floor, it was maybe 5 feet to 4.5 feet tall. It was huge, but it was a projector TV. It wasn't LED lights. It had a little projector on the inside and projected onto this giant glass thing. It was huge. I don't know how old it was, but it was pretty huge. And then it had a big window. No. It had another wall. Yeah, it had another wall. No windows on that wall. And then you could fit another 3-seater couch, I think it was, and then a rocking chair, and then a piano. Not a grand piano, but one of those standing pianos. You could fit that in there as well. And there was still plenty of space. So it was a pretty large living room. So on the 3-seater couch is where it happened the most. My sister said she was taking a nap or something, and he like whispered in her ear, and she woke up all startled, and she was like freaked out about it. I remember taking a nap there when we first moved in on that couch, because I was still trying to find my spot. And I took a nap there, and I was having quite a lovely romantic dream. And right when I was getting to the good part, he screamed in my ear like a giant, like it wasn't like a high pitched squeal, it was like a low growling roar in my ear. And I woke up, and I was so mad, because I was like, it was getting to the good part, and I never have these dreams, and you ruined it. And now I can't go back to it. I was so mad. I was more upset that he ruined my nice dream rather than the fact that a ghost growled in my ear like that. That's how my priorities have been, how used to it I am. And then, my eyes look red. I don't know. My allergies have not been happy lately. So I just noticed that when I came up close. I'm gonna have to drink some more water or take a Benadryl. Anyway, side note. And then I remember one other instance that might have been him, just because it felt that level of malicious, and it was higher up on my back and not like low, like where a child would have hit me. I was sleeping on the other couch. I had taken a nap, and they were recliner couches so that you could like lean back and sleep. So it was in winter time, because I had my comforter with me because it was so cold, and we couldn't have the heater on because, you know, it would blow out and then send carbon monoxide throughout the whole house. So it was either possibly die of carbon monoxide poisoning or freeze. So we would just like carry comforters around us all the time. So I was taking a nap on the couch, and I had my comforter, and I woke up because I wasn't expecting to fall asleep, and I was like, let me go move to my bedroom and take a nap on my bed. And so I got up from the couch all half awake, and I gathered up my comforter, and I was walking towards my room, and there was a step up. And so I took a step up, and I felt someone push me really hard from my shoulder blades. Just put so much energy into that shove, and I lurched forward, but then I stepped on the comforter and I slipped, and I kept trying to get my balance, but I couldn't get my balance. It was almost like a trance-like state, and I don't know if that's because I was still in between waking up and not, but then I hit the wall right next to the door to my room. I went face first into the wall, and I slid down, and I was on the ground. I was looking up, and I was like, did that just happen? Did I just get shoved so hard that I couldn't get my bearings, and I went face first into the wall? Did I just get beat up by a ghost? And I had like a black eye and a busted lip, and I was like, oh. That was uncalled for, ghost. I was just taking a nap. That was so uncalled for. So, and then I got up, because I laid there on the floor, wrapped in my blanket, just staring up at the ceiling like, what the fuck? And so I got up, and I was like, well, that was mean. And I just kind of shuffled onto I checked myself in the mirror, and I was like, I have a black eye and a busted lip. That was a mean ghost. And then I shuffled on into bed, and I went back to sleep. But I think that was the old man ghost. But so it's just shenanigans. I don't know if it feels like he was attached to the house and to the land, so I'm not too concerned with him coming over here. But Yeah, that was Old Man Ghost. He was mean. It would make sense if he was the one that killed the little boy, because he was mean. He was very mean. He was, yeah. I don't know if he was the doctor, but he was very mean. It's possible, though. Anyways, that's that one. And, we'll continue on with the next one, which I don't know what that one's gonna be. I have to look at my list.